Practicing positive discipline at home, discipline without tears, raising children with love and respect. Hello friends, dear parents. Most of us have probably asked ourselves, how can we teach our children the difference between right and wrong without causing them pain, fear, or a loss of self-confidence? There is a wonderful approach that many experts recommend, and it's been proven to be effective: positive discipline. So what exactly is positive discipline and why is it so effective? Today, we'll explore the following key points. First, positive discipline is not about punishment. It's a powerful tool for guiding children with love and respect. Second, this approach focuses on building connection and trust between parents and children while teaching essential life skills. Third, positive discipline brings long-term benefits to a child's emotional and character development. And finally, we'll explore practical ways and tips to effectively apply positive discipline in daily life. Let's begin this meaningful journey of learning to raise our children with heart and purpose. Understanding positive discipline. So, what exactly is positive discipline? Let's clarify the concept together. Simply put, positive discipline is a way of showing respect to our children by listening to them, praising their good behavior, and most importantly, consistently reminding them that we love them unconditionally, even while teaching them what is and isn't acceptable. When children feel respected and loved like that, they naturally tend to repeat positive behaviors in the future. One major difference with positive discipline is that its supporters completely avoid verbal or physical punishment. We all know that yelling, scolding, or spanking usually only instills fear, erodes the child's trust in their parents, and worst of all, harms their delicate self-esteem. These wounds can have long-lasting effects. Instead, the positive discipline model, as described by Dr. Jane Nelson, author of the famous Positive Discipline book series, focuses on instilling life and social skills in children in a respectful manner. She outlined 5 core criteria of positive discipline. 1. It is both kind and firm, gentle, yet clear and consistent with boundaries. 2. It helps children develop and strengthen emotional connections and a secure attachment with their parents. 3. It focuses not just on short-term results but long-term personal growth. 4. It builds positive character traits by teaching important social and life skills. 5. It helps children see themselves as capable, competent, and empowered individuals. It's important to emphasize that positive discipline doesn't mean avoiding discipline altogether. It doesn't mean letting children do whatever they want. Instead, it's about creating a loving hierarchy, an environment where children feel safe, protected, and clearly guided. Discipline, in this sense, is a tool for helping children stay on the right path, to distinguish between appropriate and inappropriate behavior. Without guidance, children face greater risks. For example, when they're little, they may throw tantrums to demand candy, but as they grow older, without clear boundaries and direction, they might engage in unhealthy activities like drinking or substance use. That's why the key to effective positive discipline is having a clear plan, setting reasonable limits, and, most importantly, being consistent. The incredible benefits of positive discipline. Sounds good in theory, right? But what specific benefits does positive discipline actually bring, for both children and the whole family? Let's take a closer look. First, it's highly effective at shaping children's behavior. It boosts children's self-esteem and confidence, because they feel respected and trusted. It motivates children to do the right thing out of inner encouragement, rather than fear of punishment. It strengthens emotional bonds between parents and children. And most importantly, it allows parents to become role models of compassion and emotional regulation. Why don't punishment and shame-based discipline work? Research shows that when people, including children, are shamed or humiliated, The parts of the brain responsible for learning new behaviors essentially shut down. Shame and harsh self-judgment drain the mental energy needed for change. As a result, the behaviors we want to change often become even more entrenched. Put simply, if you make your child feel ashamed for something they did, they're more likely to repeat the behavior or hide it next time. Over time, this can seriously damage their self-esteem and sense of self-worth. In contrast, positive discipline is backed by science. It helps children feel genuinely encouraged, emotionally connected, and empowered to take ownership of their actions. And because parents are modeling kindness, patience, and emotional regulation, children are more likely to develop those qualities too. Moreover, a 2017 study found a clear link between positive parenting and better academic performance, as well as lower rates of substance use among children and teens. Clearly, the benefits are enormous. How to apply positive discipline in daily life. So much for theory, now let's talk practice. How do we actually implement positive discipline in real life? Especially if we've been used to more traditional parenting methods? Don't worry, changing habits takes time. But it's absolutely doable with the right tools. Here are some common positive discipline strategies. Redirect your child's attention to a more appropriate activity. Actively praise and reinforce positive behaviors. Use timeouts to cool down, or time-ins to reconnect appropriately. Give short, clear reminders instead of long lectures. Learn to occasionally ignore minor misbehaviors that aren't harmful. To help parents apply these strategies effectively, Dr. Brown, a leading positive discipline educator, shared 8 key principles. 1. Be a good role model. Positive discipline starts with you. Kids learn a lot by watching us. Be kind, patient, and respectful, and your child will follow. 2. Be consistent. Stick to the boundaries and rules you've set. Don't be inconsistent. Children will quickly learn if rules can be bent and will test your limits. 3. Stay calm and brief. When disciplining or giving reminders, keep your tone calm. Avoid long explanations in emotionally charged moments. A gentle but clear comment is often far more effective. 4. Act promptly. Address the behavior as soon as possible, even in public, discreetly, of course. This helps children understand the connection between actions and consequences. 5. Pick your battles. Not every misbehavior needs to be corrected. Sometimes kids act out just because they're tired or overstimulated. For example, you should intervene if your child hits their sibling, but you can overlook a bedtime grumble. 6. Be realistic. Set age-appropriate expectations. You can't expect a 4-year-old to sit quietly for an hour at the grocery store. Adjust your expectations accordingly. 7. Understand your child's needs. Most kids crave their parents' attention. They prefer positive attention, like hugs and praise, but will settle for negative attention if that's all they get. So focus your attention on their good behaviors to encourage more of them. 8. Always remind your child that you love them. This is essential. Always make it clear that it's the behavior you're correcting, not who they are. After correcting the behavior, give them a hug and say something loving to show your affection hasn't changed. Positive discipline is truly a wonderful approach to encouraging good behavior and nurturing kindness and confidence in children. It focuses on building strong, lasting relationships between parents and their children. But remember, just like planting a seed, we can't expect a full-grown tree overnight. As Dr. Brown said, you are planting seeds of discipline. Be patient, be consistent, and trust the process. Wishing you success on your journey of parenting with love and respect.